Greetings, everyone. Greetings, Hive, over on Twitch. Welcome in. This is day 59 of my 90-day journey, and I have hit a new weight goal of 195.6. So, yeah, that is finally fully 18 pounds. So, yeah, just keep going here. But at the same time, yeah, I eaten something not good and definitely felt a little bit, very sluggish today on top of fighting a cold. So yeah, it can just be. I mean, it's kind of a wake up call that it's and kind of a good wake up call as well. It's like letting me know that look, buddy. The old way of eating has not served us well, and this is just a reminder that um, we shouldn't be heading back, right? So we'll have the occasional here and there, but once again, as we were saying, from the I think week 5. All right, week 5 is that we want the body to experience what optimal health feels like, right? And from that point, crave that more, right? So whichever form that may be, it may be in the form of an unfortunate reminder letting us know that yeah, it is it's time that um it's a reminder of of our warning systems, right? Of not having good food in us, uh, that will trigger these upset stomachs or just feeling tired, sluggish, brain fog. So yeah, I mean, like I said, today was a good that I've breaking through with a new milestone in my health and my weight. But at the same time, yeah, it doesn't mean that okay, it's time to either treat yourself well or at least um um yeah, treat ourselves not well, but treat ourselves to like, oh, it's time to I have room to cheat, right? So from that point of view, yeah, you just really have to stay on top of it. And even though we have the odd days in here and there, let's not try to do a lot of odd days here and there, right? So once again, I'm recovering from that February. But yeah, once the body um, gets closer to optimal health, um, yeah, it's gonna the warning systems will start working again, right? So like those who don't experience lactose intolerance, right? um you know One of the reasons being is that um we've been drinking so much that well, it's at the point where it's no longer effective, and it's just it just keeps coming in, right? So the body will do its best to just mitigate as much as it can, because the warning systems are not working, right? So imagine it being, uh, alarm system, right? With flashing lights, amber lights, and sirens. But then we turned off the sirens, right? So we don't have that system, but doesn't mean it's not. It's the countdown is not over, right? Right. It's just it just means that okay, well, we disabled the annoying part, but at the same time, you know we have this things that that's still continuing. We gotta find a solution to solve this, right? So so even though we don't experience it, doesn't mean that we were meant to have it, right? So there are better sources or natural sources that are available to us to get our intake, whether it's calcium or anyways. It's just once again, it's an example, right? So, but yeah, from since day one, we've been talking about having that inner dialogue when it comes to food. So remembering from my coaching experience when I was getting certified in the Holly Body program created by Mind Valley. It has a word now, and this word has or two words, right? Has served me in a way to really respect my body even more. And once again, intuition is a powerful thing. Just nudges you in a way to remind you of things. So observing your body, when it comes to food and nutrition, right? We in the Holly Body community have a word for it. We call it body talk, right? So body talk is a way where we're having once again now we're having that not only just how we view food and talk about food. Now body talk is how we talk to our body itself, right? It may it's just it's having a relaxing conversation with your body, right? And if you look at that through a lens where you know you have split your consciousness uh to your body, right, as a living organism, right? Your own once again, treat it as a vessel, right? A vessel for your consciousness to be held in, right? So if if you treat your body in a way that it's another being, it's another entity, and you're having that relaxing conversation with your body, you can once again, for myself, um when I did this program, the Holly Body program for my coaching certificate, I realized how much physical abuse or pain I put my body through when I was training, uh, you know, through the ups and downs of my health, but training for runs, training for, races, right? That once again, now I really appreciate what my body has done. And at the same time, I gave my body a name, right? And you don't have to, but it at the same time, if you look at your body through that scope, through that lens, that it's think of it, it's another person that's helping you take care of the household chores, and once again, not treat them like it's your butler, your maid, right? Treating them like it's you're having this. Okay, you take care of that while I planned this out and whatnot, right? So for myself, and once again, it just came from intuition, the gut feeling. So I've named my body, right, this vessel that holds my my consciousness, my essence. I named it Emerson, right? And no idea why, but it's something just came up to me, and once again, it's something that I need to keep reminding myself that you know this is once again we only have this one body that kind of renews itself every 10 years, right? Grows, and but then at the same time we have to give it foundation, we have to give it fuel to create new cells, right? And basically, we almost have a new body every 10 years if we give it a chance, and give it what it needs to stay ahead of the curve, right? So definitely this has helped me have those conversations in a way, and definitely you treat it in many forms, whether talking to your future self, right? Or talking to um uh, once again, talking to your body as as your as your assistant or as your secretary, that let's we need to take care of uh, this chore, we need to take care of these tasks, right? And once again, um even though words, physical words are or verbal words are not exchanged, obviously, you know having improving your intuition, whether through meditation and various practices, is gonna help you really connect, right? All the body can do for us is give us these signals, give us these feelings, right? And give us these this gut feelings, right? Of um which way to turn to, which choices to make, especially when it comes to food and nutrition, right? That it's we have to do our very best as well to listen to those feelings, listen to those those triggers that our body will give us in a way where we shudder, we just like, oh no, don't feel like having that. We have to listen, and we have to overcome past choices, peer pressure, social triggers, right? Media triggers, right? We have to have the ability to overlook that by connecting with our body, having that body talk, as much as possible, right? Whether through your meditation, prayers, right? Needing to step back from a stressful situation, and just self talking to yourself, and then just talking to your body, talking for myself, talking to Emerson. Okay, how are you doing? Right? I know you're stressing out right now. I can feel that you're being elevated, and you're heating up. All right, let's breathe through this together. Right, let's do the 5 5 5. 5 seconds in, 5 seconds hold, 5 seconds release, and stay in that moment for 5 seconds, and then repeat the process again, right? Yeah, how are you feeling? Okay, you're good, you're good. Okay, I'm good, right? So separating your conscious thoughts to your automated body that just takes care of itself automatically, right? I mean, we can't control our heart. We can slow down our heartbeat, right? Or we can elevate it as much in our breathing. But then once we're not consciously thinking of those things are still going without your focusing your focus on them, right? So having this body talk is is very it's going to help you a lot, not only just with your food and nutrition, but various aspects of your life and challenges, and things that you want to do, things that you want to perform, right? So a good practice as well to get you started is just either writing things down right? How you feeling, what comes up with you, right? Or either talking in front of a mirror, right, and just having that uh, conversation. Once again, it's a good practice of self-reflecting, right, and just taking a step back through a different lens, through a different mind shift, right. So once again, this is a tool that we should be using every week. It should be a tool that we should be using um, when we're having our meals. So thinking, okay, you know what, we're gonna have this one. I know this has not served us in the past that well, but it's here. It's nagging at us at the moment, right? Once again, we can get the food devil, the food angel, in on this conversation as well. But yeah, that's what's our expectation. What are we going to get out of this meal, right? What When's the last time did we have this one? Did it feel great? Did it taste good? Right? I know that we've been going through a lot of cleansing exercises for the past 5 or plus weeks, and you know what? Unfortunately, today's not a perfect day to continue that because we had this you know gathering that was planned months ahead of time. So let's just get through this, and let's try our very best to pick the meals that may serve us as much. Nothing's going to be a 100% out of staying clean as much as possible. But yeah, let's try do this. Let me know if anything comes up, right? And I'll try to slow down, or just probably do my best to let's just take this home, and then yeah, at least we became we were part of this gathering, right? So all right, so all right, let's partake this, all right, and then yeah, just once again, just having that inner dialogue, that body talk is gonna be pivotal in and just engaging for the first time, not having just eating without thought, just some sort of automation, and then you realize you finished a bag of chips, you're at the bottom of the bowl, right, and or bottom of the bag and whatnot, and you just like realize, okay, oh, I didn't realize it's done, and then you're at the same time you don't feel full, right? So having that self reflection, having that body talk is going to be key and pivotal in not only just your food and nutrition, but once again through a lot of aspects in life, especially your body's going to take you to places, right? Take you through various experiences, right? And at the same time get you out of situations, right? And overcome many challenges. So having that conversation where your body is going to do its best to remind you through feelings and through intuition, and once again through having that body talk, and mixing in your consciousness with your subconscious, right? um, Definitely it's going to help guide you through many situations. All right, well, once again, thank you so much for joining. Hopefully that has been helpful to you. Once again, at first it may be awkward, right, when you're finally taking that step back, maybe for the first time, and just once again this program as well, mixed in with my coaching through the Holly body certification coaching course that I've taken. I think that was back in, I think, 23 22. right? That it's gonna really gonna help you through a lot of things. So if this has been helpful, feel free to give it a thumbs up or like this video. Once again, this is being streamed on three different platforms at the same time: Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. You can also head over to my QR code up there to stay updated, right? Or head over to coachryanj.com. That's another way to stay connected. And once again, feel free to follow and subscribe from whichever platform you are watching from. And then once again, hit those notification buttons to be updated. But as always, continue to raise your environment. It's going to be so pivotal if you look through a lens of raising your environment. Because once again, especially when we're just starting out this body talk, right? We're going to be unwinding a lot of layers that have developed for many many years, many decades, right? And it may be uncomfortable, it may be difficult to have these conversations. Once again, it may be unusual to have these conversations, but raising your environment in a way that supports your body talk is gonna help you develop it, and develop it as a skill, a habit, and a way to once again strengthen your intuition, strengthen your gut feeling. And through that, once again, if your gut feeling is right 8 out of 10 times, I definitely will take those odds, right? And then those two times are once again, with that mind shift, there'll be just learning points, teaching points for us to grow and become better the next time around. It does not end there. We just we rise up again, and we raise our environment, and we continue on through, once again, through that we're raising ourselves, so that we become stronger seeds to grow, to once again to multiply, right? So through raising ourselves, we can finally also be the impact in our own community, whether our friends, our families, our colleagues, our own community, right? So hopefully this has been helpful conversation with you. Once again, that inner dialogue now has a word for it, and we call that body talk, through my hollow body program that I took my coaching certificate in. And once again it's a step up, you know, in it's definitely having that conversation and treating your body as a separate entity, right? Basically, once again, an assistant, right? That holds your consciousness, right? So yes, if you look through the lens in that way, once again, for myself, I realize how much I respect my body through all the training that I put it through all the challenges that I put it through. I realize my body is truly a badass, right? So if you treat your body as a separate thing, your consciousness, and then a vessel, right? And I gave my body the name Emerson, right? And I talked to Emerson on what it needs, how it's feeling in the moment, and through that lens, you definitely will respect your body a lot more, and be able to treat it in a way that give it the fuel, the nutrition, the training it needs to perform. So instead of being on paper 50 years old, and then instead of feeling 60, you may treat your body in a way that now it feels like it's 40, even or 30, right? It's really up to you, right? But your body will do its very best to give you those hints, those feelings, those warning signs. But it's really up to us, our responsibility to listen, to have that body talk. Once again, thank you so much for joining me tonight. Once again, hope to catch you guys on the next stream. And once again, have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you again.